Women wear makeup because men fall in love with what they see, and men lie because women fall in love with what they hear.
Ooh.
Men are liars because men are in
Ooh.
Very nice to meet you.
Hello.
Hi.
You look really nice.
Thank you. Let's do two kisses. 1, 2.
Ah, very nice to meet you. What's
Very
your name?
nice to meet you. Andrew Tate. What's your name?
Andrew. Nice to meet you. Cheyenne. Or Cheyenne Reynolds, if you're doing this house.
Cheyenne Reynolds. We're
Yeah.
going to do official.
Yeah.
Okay,
Nice to meet you.
Cheers. I think she's an attractive woman. She's good looking. Friendly demeanor. I can tell she thinks she knows things, so I look forward to correcting her. But that's usually how life works.
Finally, see? A man that makes an effort. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah? Okay, where are you from?
I'm American, but I lived in England for a long time.
Wait, he's American? Oh, okay. I was about to say.
He's
'Cause
American.
I was like, that accent is not American. Like, what part of America is that accent from?
I'm American, but I lived in England for a long time. I lived in a very prestigious part of the UK. I don't know if you've ever heard of Luton.
Very
Prestigious.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 1.
Luton. Okay. Was not expecting that.
So I was in Luton for a while, and now I live in Europe. So I'm just
wow. Okay, because your accent, it's like really different, isn't it?
It's pretty mixed up. I'm like a street dog, my dear. I've been here, I've been there. Half American, half English, half Luton, half everything else.
A bit of a mix.
Bit of a mix.
That's cool. So how did you get here today?
I flew in this morning.
Flew in. It's different. Something different.
Yeah. Jump on the jet.
You flew in on a jet. Who is this guy?
What about you? You have a mix, no?
Yeah, my family, we're Caribbean and English.
So the Caribbean side's the crazy side, or
Nice.
the English side's the crazy side.
I'd say the Caribbean's the fun side. You know, a
Fun
bit of
side?
spice.
So you're fun and crazy.
Not crazy.
It's the beginning of the day. You can't lie.
Do I look like I'd lie to you?
Yes.
I'm not a liar, actually.
You're not a liar. Everything you tell me for the rest of this episode is going to be a complete truth.
Yeah.
Promise me. Say I promise.
I promise. No, I really promise. All honest thoughts and opinions.
We'll see. All right, we'll see.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Let me think of a lie. Give me a second.
No, you can't lie.
You have to tell the truth. I don't have to tell the truth.
Why?
We already agreed. You're telling the truth. There's only one of us can tell the truth. One of us can lie.
That's not good stuff.
I'm a shoe salesman. I sell shoes, socks, shoe accessories, polish, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sell shoes.
That's good at it.
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
I'm surviving. Sold 2 pairs of shoes yesterday. Life's good.
Okay, that's good. He's a liar. So tell me a bit about you, Andrew.
I'm not comfortable opening up too much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you might work for John Law and the government.
No.
I have to be careful what I say.
Oh, so it's not commitment issues.
It's not commitment issues. It's
You
more
sure?
just like legality issues.
Oh, okay.
I like to go to church. I'm a man of God. Play Scrabble.
Do you have faith?
Okay, this is good. This is an interesting conversation that we can have on camera, which is.
I'd say my personal journey with God is between me and God. So I'm not one of those people that is like, yes, I go to church, or yes, I do this.
Don't you think that's a bit like lazy Christianity?
No, not really, because for me, I believe in love and I believe in faith, and I don't think it's just one religion that you need to follow. I've got friends that are Muslim.
I agree.
I've got friends that are Christian. I've got friends that are spiritual, so I don't put myself in one category.
I understand and I respect that completely, but don't you think out of respect for God himself, whether you're in Dubai and you go to the mosque, or you're in England, you go to the church, you should get up early on a Sunday, despite all the booze, and get up and take an hour out of your life and just show some respect? Don't you
No,
agree?
because everyone's journey with God is personal.
You can be a lazy spiritualist, a lazy Christian, you can be a lazy kickboxer, right? I'm a kickboxer, but I don't train. Okay. I understand. You're lazy. It's okay.
I'm not lazy. Do you have time for God?
Absolutely.
That's good. Do you get up early on a Sunday?
Completely.
That's good.
Every single Sunday, of course.
That's amazing.
And I think that being religious is a beautiful thing. And I think that a lot of people try and say they're spiritual or they're religious in a way, copping out on the 1 hour a week. It just feels a bit lazy to me. I think you can always find an hour.
Yeah. No, you definitely could.
So maybe God sent me here to make you go to church.
Maybe you're here to enlighten me.
Maybe that's why.
Yeah. What kind of man are you?
What's the spectrum? I need you to quantify it for me. Who's at the bottom and who's at the top?
For me, I'd just say top, like a high value man.
What would you say constitutes a high value man?
A high value man is someone that is successful financially. I'd say it's someone that's got a lot of integrity and good morals, that is very well respected, is very sure of himself, but also is a very family orientated man. That's for me, a high value man.
Okay, I'm a high value man.
He's very sure of himself. Yeah, so what's a high value man for you?
Pretty much basically what you said. I think a high value man is a capable man. I think capability can be judged in many different ways. And capability is something which varies depending on the situation. You need a man who is capable of doing lots of different things that he doesn't do very often. You need a man who's capable of being violent when the time appears. Or you need a man who's capable of making money. You need a man who can kill somebody and hold a baby in the same day. You need a man with a very broad spectrum of qualities and assets and capabilities. And this is actually what the most difficult thing about being a man is. Most people, when I say most people, let me change that. Most females don't respect how difficult it is to become a high value man. Because to become a high value man, you need to have so many different qualities and so many different capabilities. It's a very difficult thing to do. You need to be funny and smart and charismatic and interesting with stories and strong and rich with a nice car and a nice apartment. Whereas to be a high value female, you need to be hot. If you're nice, it's a bonus, but it's not even that necessary.
That's it.
If you're a pretty female, even if you're a piece of shit person, you're gonna get messages on Instagram.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're a good looking man who lives with his mother, you ain't getting any messages.
Not really.
I think,
but low key, that's on the guy's fault, because like it's not like guys, like there's so many guys out there who are just only looking for looks. So it's like if a girl can get away with it, why not?
What else would you be looking for other than just looks? I mean, like in terms
chill.
of like,
You gotta be careful, bro. But for real though, like women got a lot to offer. Like whether it be, if you want to be someone that is going out to work in the field and you want to use your competence, maybe you have like a 150 IQ as a woman. Dope. That's nice. That's awesome. But for the most part, no matter what type of IQ you got, no matter how creative minded you think you are, whether you're good at music or dancing or whatever, the most important thing that you ever gonna have is the fact that you can bring a life into this world. And so that pertains to your body. Your body is very important. That's why we have all these politics about, my body, my choice. Like women really value your body. And if you try to, mess with that in any way, shape, or form, they're going to be mad. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's a point. A woman's body is their superpower. So
What kind of man do you want to be?
I want to be a man who lives true to himself and a man who goes to sleep easy at night and a man who knows that he's living true to his biological necessities and instincts and tries his best not to hurt anybody and leaves a positive impact on the world.
Are your actions congruent with your words? Yeah.
What else would they be?
I don't know. I don't know you, so that's why
You
I'm
don't
trying
know?
to get to know you.
Yeah, we're here to know each other. Of course they are. Yeah, I'm a positive man. I'm a positively inspirational and motivating person.
Okay. What do you do that's motivating?
I inspire people to tell the truth, I think.
Okay.
And I think a lot of men live in a world now today where they have to lie.
You think?
In fact, I would basically guarantee that 99% of men are lying at least 80% of the time.
Really? That's a bit bold.
I think it's true because I think that
So men are liars.
men are liars. Women are correct. Men are liars. Women wear makeup because men fall in love with what they see. And men lie because women fall in love with what they hear.
Ooh.
Men are liars because men are in
Ooh, what? Hold up. I just hit in like 10 different spots.
Bro.
whenever a guy says, "Hey, yo, shorty, you're the most beautiful shorty in the world," stuff like that.
I guess so, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like, if he's
objectively,
like,
the chances are you'll probably find someone like perhaps more suited for the task at hand. But you have your.
When a girl asks you like a question like, "Oh, do you think she's pretty?" and like, you do think she's pretty, but you can't say like, yes.
You know what will happen if you do say yes. You know what happens if you don't lie. Yeah.
Men are liars because men are in constant competition with other men, and they have to find a way to be competitive. And the easiest way to be competitive is to lie. If you can sit there and convince a woman that you're rich because you bought her $100 or £100 meal, that's what you're gonna do. It's a lot easier than becoming rich, and women believe it. And as long as women are stupid enough to believe it, men are dishonest enough to lie.
Am I high value women in your eyes?
You're very good looking, so I would say, yeah, absolutely. You're beautiful. You seem like you're a good person. You seem intelligent. You're not stupid. So I'd say you're a high value woman, but your actions dictate that, right? The most important actions a woman can undertake is loyalty. Every man out here knows that disloyalty is the most disgusting thing a female could ever do to her man.
But are you loyal?
Let's not pretend that male loyalty and female loyalty are the same thing.
But loyalty
Here we
is
go.
loyalty.
Here you go.
Here you go. Here you go.
The age-old argument.
They're the same thing.
But loyalty is loyalty.
But they're not the same thing, are they?
Why is it not?
Because men and women are not the same.
We are not the same. You are correct there.
Okay, so we agree.
No, but I'm not agreeing to people being dishonest, cheaters, liars. He's deluded.
Why do you think men and women are different?
We carry children.
Correct.
You know, we nurture. We're, compassionate, emotional beings.
Yep.
Men are very different.
I agree.
However, I don't think it's very fair for men to sit with the opinion that it's acceptable for men to cheat.
I didn't even say that, but I think if we, as intelligent, logical beings, as you are and as I am, if we agree that men and women are not the same, then our paradigms on how we enact in certain regards cannot be seen as the same.
So,
right?
so if I'm with you, and I then cheat.
That's disgusting. I can't believe you even said that on YouTube. You see, you just said that on YouTube. I'm sorry to the world. Please don't listen to this.
No, but it happens.
No, it doesn't happen. No, 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 no. Please don't say this on YouTube. You're going to corrupt the youth. I'm sorry for her. I'll pray for her.
She's so had it. Look at this. Look at her face.
It gets worse, y'all. It gets worse. Stay tuned, bro. It gets worse. He says.
You watched it?
I watched a clip. Yeah, I think the clips had already come out like ahead of time, so I saw it. Wow. Trust me, bro. It gets worse.
It gets worse. Because I was like, she's pretty calm today, but still got a lot of time.
She was impressed at first, but over time she's like, oh.
It gets like awkward, kind of. You'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see.
You can see the expression change on her face, though. Like, you compare her.
No, but it happens.
No, it doesn't happen. No, 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 no. Please don't say this on YouTube. You're going to corrupt the youth. I'm sorry for her. I'll pray for her. These things can't be said. Women can't do that.
Women can't do that. So it's a double standard.
It's a double standard. But life is full of double standards.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean any, like, listen, regardless with your philosophies and everything that you keep.
It's not my philosophy.
No, but I'm saying, okay, life is full of double standards. Correct. I understand that. But in a relationship,
correct,
it's a partnership.
Yes.
Right. You and me, we're together.
Since when?
You know what I'm saying. When you're trying to build a partnership and a life with someone, the end goal is you two together.
Agreed.
So why cheat?
I know. I understand where you're coming from. My point is that relationships and life is full of double standards as a whole. A man's going to pay for everything everywhere you go, right? This is his duty as a man. Do you agree?
No, I do like traditional.
Okay, so you agree. So you're traditional, right? So if you want to talk about traditional, let's talk about tradition. Every single man since the dawn of human time had more than one woman. Every single king, every single emperor, every single sultan, every single conqueror since the dawn of human time had more than one woman. All of them. Every single one. Read a history book. It's all in there.
It'd be like the most like average guy. Like it's like, bro, if you lived back then, you wouldn't be a king. Like you would have been like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if this is like back then, like, you'd be like
trying to get one girl. You know, with the polygamy, like it wasn't just marriage. Like you're literally, you have to take care of this whole extra wife. Like you need to have the resources to do that. You're not just sleeping around with like extra women. You need to. This is your wife. Like you need to take care of her as if she's your wife. It's not
because she is your wife.
Yep.
That's how it worked.
Yep.
Yeah, you need to make sure she's well fed, the kids are well fed, clothes, all of that. Like it's work. Like, it wasn't just it was more stress you're adding onto yourself. Like you wouldn't want multiple wives.
Mm-hmm. And that's like you really want that.
Easier. Yeah.
And when you die, you're gonna have to leave something in your will where you divide it amongst each and every single wife and their families and their kids. Like it's not just as simple as what it sounds. You know, you have to consider everybody else in mind. So it's not simple.
Yeah, a lot of guys just hear that and they think about the sex, but it's like, bro, like really think about what that is, what that entails.
You think women are going to give it away for free? Like what? Come on, you know, don't care if don't matter if you're a high value dude, they're gonna want something in some shape or form from you. They're not gonna just give it up for you just for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see when they start like going crazy, bro.
Read the Bible; it's all in there. The Quran, all of it. You want to talk about tradition? It's all there. The only reason your mind is different, the only reason you believe differently is because of society. Society's come along and told you so.
Yeah, but society, we can change. Like the world evolves, things change.
The world evolves. Yeah, that's right. Now men cut their dicks off and their chicks. You believe in this shit? You got the vaccine? You believe in any of this crap? It's all a lie.
I feel like life's about choices.
Life is about choices. Correct. My point is this: if I had a woman, I would decide not to cheat because I decide. However, I would not see my infidelity as nearly anywhere near even 1% as disgusting as female infidelity, because female infidelity involves emotion. You will not sleep with a man you don't like. I can sleep with a woman I don't like. It's a completely different thing. I can be head over heels in love with a woman, ready to die for her, ready to take a bullet for her, protect her, give her all the money in the world, make sure she has a beautiful family, a nice big house, all of it. And I'll still f that bitch. Watch me. A woman won't do that. So don't lie to me and pretend. No, you won't. Any woman who will sit here and say, I can f dudes and not care about them is fundamentally broken.
Okay, I gotta pause it right there.
She said we have. She want to flex and be like, yeah, I put so many dudes, I don't even care about them.
I feel like she can make that argument.
But usually those are instances where like they were assaulted or like they had something traumatic happen.
1,000?
No, like women who like get into like who are that careless and try to detach like their emotions from sex. They usually had something traumatic happen to them regarding sex when they were younger. Like a lot of like porn stars and like people of that like in the sex industry, like they usually have something traumatic. So they're trying to cope with that by trying to make like sex meaningless. So they have like a whole bunch of bodies. You know, naturally, I would say like no, women, they like to keep their feelings attached.
Yeah, it doesn't really hurt them to do that. I think it would probably be more beneficial.
Any woman who will sit here and say, I can f dudes and not care about them is fundamentally broken. Her soul is broken.
Okay, well, she's broken then, but she's still doing it.
Well, if she's broken, she ain't anywhere near me. I don't want no broken bitch near me.
I'm definitely sure women would cheat on you.
You think so? Well, those are the kind of women I will not associate with. Females shouldn't even want to cheat. And the reason women can't cheat is because there's no way to ensure paternity if a female's cheating. Modern science in and of itself, just because you can now find out who the dad is, doesn't undo 5,000 years of human evolution in which a female had to be loyal to one man. So we
he said 5,000 years of evolution.
I mean, I guess he did say he does lie. So
if a man has multiple partners, you know who the mother is, you know who the father is. If a woman has multiple partners, nobody knows who the dad is, nobody wants to look after the kid, and a woman with a child without a father or without a man around in the ancient world was toast.
He talks a lot of nothing.
I would never ever be with a woman. I would never ever.
You can't.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Of course I can.
No, you can't. Like, because the thing is, with like, this is just an assumption. I'm assuming, you know, you have a nice life. No, but I'm saying you have a nice life. You live a good lifestyle. Women will just see you as an opportunity.
If I was a dumbass, yeah, correct.
Yeah, but this one said, but your attitude is what keeps a woman also. Like, do you think a high-value woman is going to sit there and tolerate a man condescending and talking to her and being like, we're different and we're this, we're that, because we're not. A woman that knows her worth is not going to tolerate that.
As professionals, we discussed the infidelity of females. And I said that female infidelity is more disgusting than male infidelity. And I think that the world agrees with me. History agrees with me. The Bible agrees with me. The Quran agrees with me. Every single book you can read from history says that females who are promiscuous should either be stoned to death or at least cast out from society. Female promiscuity is a brand new concept. This is brand new amongst society. The idea that women can sleep with a bunch of dudes and it doesn't matter is a brand new idea. 30, 40 years old, maybe. Even today, nobody respects it, deep down. When a girl shoots a girl she doesn't like, you know the first thing she does? She's you know why? Because they know deep down that female promiscuity is disgusting, it's revolting. So the whole idea of a female wanting to sleep with more than one man at a time is haram. And they know it inside of their souls, inside of their hearts.
I don't think
so. Yes, they do. As does a man. No. Whereas a man, if he sleeps with a bunch of chicks, doesn't matter. Who cares?
So would you be with me if I'd slept with over 50 men?
Pause that real quick. That was her low-key exposing herself.
Oh, you think that was the truth?
I think that was the truth.
I don't think it was the truth. I don't think she'd actually like say something like that there. I think it was like an example.
I think you would bring up that argument in a debate if you're willing to defend that argument. She wouldn't bring something up like that if she didn't believe that it was okay. If it's something that is debatable enough for her to bring up, then it must be something that she doesn't see as a problem.
I'm a high-value woman, right? You say it yourself.
How can you be high value? 50 minutes up.
I've just been single for a long time.
No, unacceptable.
Why is it unacceptable?
A body count is probably the #1 most easiest way to judge the value of a female. I actually think that no. I'm going to say this. I think 99% of the world's problems, no one's going to understand this, but if you can extrapolate, if you can listen to this statement and extrapolate it out towards society at large, I think 99% of the world's problems would be solved if females walked through life with their body count on their forehead. Because it would prevent all of the disintegration of morals. It would prevent so many things about the world.
But you know what? There's like
and women would be like, be with me as a man. I don't want to put another number on my forehead. You have to be a good man. They wouldn't stop fucking these idiots and stop being idiots. And all the idiocy would disappear. All the degeneracy would disappear. Families would return. Virgins meeting their first man, staying with him her whole life and being proud of it. Couldn't we go back to such a beautiful age? All we have to do is start putting numbers on girls' foreheads. We could fix everything.
That attitude is disgusting. It's not about women's body count. That would not like minimize any problem.
The woman in that situation would be more or less in control of like the promiscuousness of a relationship. That should be the one to like gauge that, because if it's too much, then she could say, "Oh, too much, back off." You know, like she has that control.
If you're selling something, you want to sell it for as much as someone would be willing to buy it for, and that's pretty much how like the game works. Like a girl is gonna give it up to like the highest bidder that she has available. Yeah. Like let's say you went to a car dealership, right? But you could see every single transaction that they've done, and you could see like, okay, they sold it to this guy for 10,000. They sold it for this to this guy for 8,000, 5,000. So when you go in there and they start asking you for 20,000, you could be like, nah, I don't want it because I know you sold it to this person for 5,000.
It's like there's like non-disclosure acts to businesses that are, you know, buying and selling because they want to make sure they have more negotiation power.
So
in terms of the negotiation,
non-disclosure, or would you want it out in the open how much stuff is being sold?
Yeah, on the open. I mean,
really, would not be bad for business.
Well, the thing is,
it'd be good for the consumer. And I mean, if something's worth $5, like it should be sold for $5. You know what I mean? In an ideal situation. But like if you're selling something that's worth $5 for 50, sure, you might have found someone who's willing to buy it for 50, but in reality, it's still worth $5. You just scammed someone. You know what I mean?
But I guess it depends on who you are in the situation. If you're the business owner, hey, bro, that's like an extra like 45 bills that you could use to feed your family. All good in the hood. But then if like you're the buyer, then you're like, damn, I'm now short $45 to feed the kids. If you look at things from like the third person perspective, like where you're neither the business owner or the customer, I guess you would have to look at it more as a collective whole kind of thing, where like you're looking at a lot of people. If this person is scamming like a whole lot of people, they're just a greedy person. So then that way you would have to like, it'd be better if, you know, it was a little bit more transparent how much people are buying and selling it for.
I think in general, the more like in terms of like good morals and like integrity, it would be better for things to be transparent.
I'm just arguing for devil's advocacy here, but somebody could argue that because women are accountable, but men aren't. So a woman could have like 17 bodies. The guys look at the woman, they're like, oh, she's a hoe. But in reality, she's just been victimized by guys that just don't have any accountability.
But I think the body count on the forehead wouldn't be the same as like being transparent with like the price, because like you don't know the situation that led up to getting those body count. Because like if she has 10 bodies, but those 10 bodies are President Barack Obama, Jay-Z, Michael Jordan, whoever, like that's different than a girl who's like, oh, her 2 bodies are the homeless guy down the street and the like the guy at the drive-thru. You know what I mean?
I suppose then like it would be down to however they present them, like sell themselves at that point.
As a guy, I don't care if you slept with celebrities or bums. I still don't like the fact that you slept with someone other than me.
I thought that was going the complete opposite direction.
Yeah, I thought it was as well. I thought
you were about to be like, I don't care about a girl's body count at all.
I thought that's what you were going with that. I'm like, all right,
what?
My guy.
Of course I care. What? It don't matter if it's bums or celebrities. I don't want my girl having no celebrity crush. Like I don't think that's something that like what you want to sleep with another man and put it on social media and be like, yeah, celebrity crush, knowing damn well people know you have a boyfriend. It's like, what? That's disrespectful as hell. Like, that's not right.
Yeah, I used to know a couple people like that who like ended their relationships because of stuff like that.
Yeah, it's not right.
Ended their relationship?
Yeah, because so like they just like, oh, I got jealous, and he was like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore.
All we can do is start putting numbers on girls' foreheads. We could fix everything.
That attitude is disgusting. It's not about women's body count. That would not like minimize any problems. Men like you are the problem, Andrew. Women, I myself am one of them. I'm sick of men that have this really disgusting outlook on women, policing women's bodies. Listen, if I want to sleep with this many people, I can and I will. Yeah, but what you're not getting is there's this whole hyper toxic independent movement of women, right? We are doing things because it's kind of, now it's our choice, but it's kind of like by force in the sense of it's like we're so liberated because we're literally exhausted with men on their power trip, on their this. So it's like, oh, if you can do it, we can do it. But this is what I said, but you men that think the way you think have created that.
I understand your point. However,
women should have superiority over their own body. Women should feel as though they have power to decide what they want to do with their bodies. And if people get in the way of that they should be upset. I agree with that. Like I said earlier, women, your bodies are the superpower. But I think the solution to a woman being upset that someone trying to police your body is not this. What she just said, that's just not the solution. Like she said a truth and then she followed it up with a lie. You don't say, oh, I do have the right to do whatever I want with my body. And I followed up with, so if I choose to have as many relations with many guys as I want, then that's something that's okay. That's just not the same thing. It's 2 different things. You're not, that's not power. There's no power in that. You're not controlling what you, it's like saying, oh, I'm a swole dude and I can fight. I can choose to start a fight with anybody that I want. And then saying, so if I choose to beat up every kid on the block, I can feel the right to do so. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's not the same.
Like,
yeah.
It's like, yes, you have power, but what does it mean that you're beating up kids? What? You're
you
white.
See, Ozzy,
I'm strong, so I can beat up as many wives as I want. you're a wife beater. Good for you. Like, you have power. You use it excessively. Does that make you feel like, no, you use it the wrong way? You can use power in the right way and still have power. You don't have to just do it in any way, shape, or form and say that, oh, because I did it any way, shape, or form, I have the right to and I have the choice to. So therefore, that shows that I'm powerful. Nah, bro. Anybody that doesn't know how to use power to the right way, it's just, you don't deserve that power in the first place.
It happens on both sides of the spectrum here. Like, you have a lot of people out there, a lot of guys out there. I fell in love with my high school sweetheart. You know, I was dating her and she ended up cheating on me. I broke up with her. So that means I have to go out there and break as many females' hearts as I can, sleep as many of them as possible. It's like a lack of accountability. And you see that on both sides. It's like what they say in Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was like, if you were a slave, right, and you like got free and then you started getting more slaves because now you're free, that's like, you're just perpetuating the same negative system that you were once a victim to. Like, if girls felt oppressed by a certain thing, they shouldn't try and exercise their freedom by trying to force the same toxic traits that were oppressing them. You know what I mean? Like, that's not power. That's not freedom.
Yeah,
that's not freedom at all.
So yeah,
you have effectively chained your heart to the same prosecution that you were under.